Hello and welcome back to another RSC playoff day. My name is Visionary One, and alongside me is Cicero. Brother, how are you doing tonight? How is the hype? We get to see rival and veteran championships tonight, and of course, the first one coming at you is going to be the Snowy Owls versus the Sea Fury.
Yes, we all hyped him. I'm hyped up to the roof, Visionary One, because not only are we in playoffs, but we're in the grand finals of two different leagues. And I mean, if we're talking about hyped up, I think the Sub-Zero fans are going to be hyped up tonight because they got two teams representing them tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty massive for an organization to have, two teams in this deep in the playoffs, have that ability. Of course, my team already won too. The Forest out here showing out in the lower tiers, but now the upper tiers looking to make some noise, kind of the middle of the pack with rival and veteran. Of course, we have this first one in between the Snowy Owls and the Sea Fury. And I have to say, the runs that they have made, the gauntlet of this bracket has been absolute insanity. So I'm going to go ahead. Y'all get to see it at home. Cicero, I'm going to go ahead and let you break down the runs.
Well, yeah, I mean, and talking about insanity, let's talk about the Snowy Owls. They've played 14 out of a possible 15 games to get here. They had one game five, they had two game fives, and then they had a 3-1 series there. So they had a uphill battle this whole way. And the Seafer, they kind of struggled in round one, and then they just clapped their opponents 3-0, 3-0. So it definitely feels like they had different paths to get here. But either way, in terms of standings, you're looking at the first seed versus the fourth seed, so should be close.
And it's funny, Cicero, because normally in RSC, there's a first seed curse. Like, nobody actually wants to be the first seed because they always end up getting tanked by like a sixth seed out of the middle of nowhere. And here, they were actually able to hold up. Now, don't get me wrong. They had uphill sledding the entire way, especially with that 3-2. But then they kind of found their form. They found their footing. They were able to push through. Looking at the other side, of course, the Snowy Owls coming in as the 4 seed, kind of that upset alert. You definitely love to see that. If we can go ahead and take a look at the player stats and who to look out for tonight, of course. Y'all are all very familiar with these teams, both of them. Over 40 wins in the regular season. Goals for almost exactly the same. Goals against almost exactly the same. We're looking at the most even of even matchups you can look at. And looking at the Snowy Owls, it's got to be Beast Mod 1015. They're doing a phenomenal job on the pitch so far. I mean, you get to see these stats again one more time. Shooting percentage within 0.4 of each other. You are getting the best of the best tonight, Cicero.
I mean, a 30% shooting average, that's actually pretty dang good. And I mean, saves against, as you said, Visionary about the same, saves for about the same. In favor of the Snowy Owls, which is kind of what you expect. Usually the higher seeded team, the team that wins more, they don't get as many saves because they're on the attack as much. But I mean, it's about as even as you can get. And in the grand finals, regular season doesn't matter. It matters what you can bring on the day.
Of course. And I mean, what they bring on the day, of course, is right here, live to everybody in chat. Hello, chat. What's up? We're going to take a look at the player stats. Of course, Beast Mod 1015 coming out 58 goals for this season. But on the other side of the pitch for the Sea Fury, you got Dumby with 63. We are going to see some high flying offense tonight in this Rivals Championship. I cannot wait. So, other than the two goal scorers, of course, Cicero, who are you looking for to make that impact tonight?
Well, actually, I got a funny stat for you. Maybe not an impacts. You're talking about Dumby's goals earlier. So, 63, that's pretty impressive. But he's also the second most demoed player in the rival league. So, maybe he'll face some pressure from physical play. And neither team was really physical. So maybe the team that does bring that out could have the advantage. And if I had to pick a physical player, I think I would have to give it to Rekos. I was looking at the stats earlier. He really likes to spend a lot of time in the attacking end. So I'm looking at Rekos and I'm looking at Dumby to see how well he can dodge those demos.
Yeah, well, if Dumby is the second most demoed player in the league, I feel sorry for the first. I can tell you that. We're going to get down on the pitch. But of course, Cicero, I got to ask you for a quick, how do you think the season or the series is going here? We have a 7-game set in between these two teams. Who's going to bring it home?
I mean, I think, you know what? I'm going to believe in the Snowy Owls. I'm going to go with the Arctic fan base. I think it's going to, or the Sub-Zero fan base, I should say. I think it's going to be them 4-2. I think it's going to be a close one.
That is a beautiful prediction. I'm also going to say the underdog here is who I want to see win as Wonder puts this down over on the right side. Not able to get the touch off the wall on the follow-up. And Pollery gets a good one, but they're all committed. This is going to be dangerous as Wonder hits it out to the side. Reko's looking for a touch right now. He's in that half that you were speaking about that he spends so much time in. A little pinch, can't get it through Dumby as Beast Mod's going to get beat here as well. And we're going to be headed the other way. And a lot of back and forth here early. Not a lot of midfield. We're seeing the ball consistently in the opponent's third and then just big clears getting it out.
Yeah, and I mean, you always have to wonder in these first games, kind of a dangerous redirect, how warmed up the teams came into this, how warmed up the players came into it. And I mean, I always love to see a series that doesn't start with kickoff goals, but oh my god, these quick transitions, they're almost nailing these redirects. And here's one, so close every time, Visionary.
It's so close every time, but yet the egg has not been cracked. We are not making cake batter just yet, as it's a huge bump from Impala. But unfortunately, Rekos is going to be able to get back on that one. It was looking like a great developing play for the Sea Fury, but not much doing there. But we're going to have Wonder off the ceiling, gets one. Beast Mode's going to cut him out over to the right-hand side right now. Here's Rekos, not able to make a touch. We're going the other way right now, but no, Fluffy's going to come through as we see Wonder getting a nice clear downfield once again. Dumpy just kind of here. He's lurking, and he's stealing a goal right there. Nobody is back at all for the Snowy Owls, and it's going to be an easy 1-0 lead to start off this best of 7.
Yeah, Beast Mod, he flipped out wide there. He thought the ball was going a completely different direction than it actually did, and Dumby just sees an opening, and I mean, that's about as open as you can hope for.
It certainly is. Is the 50 going to be lofted into the midfield? And I'm beginning to wonder when this is going to become more of a midfield battle, because we are seeing everything in the boxes. 2 people with right there. A huge bump comes in, and Dumpy's going to get another one through. He stole the first one. The second one is all his, and the Sea Fury go up 2-0.
And Kid Fluffy is wondering what the hell happened there. Wonder just comes flying in from the back of his own net and sends him to the Shadow Realm. And when you create openings like that in the defense, again, you see for 2 open nets practically, one just this rotation, one because of physical play. So I want to see the Snowy Owls iron out their defense, but it's best of 7, right? They got plenty of time to do that.
Yeah, it's typically the feeling out stage of Rocket League is that game 1 in a best of 7 set, or almost in any set except the best of 4s we play here in RSC in the regular season, because you have to get off to a hot start there. But it doesn't feel good whenever you're already down 2. This is actually a great save coming out from Wonder as well, and I have to give it to you, Cicero. You said early the people that could, the team that could have that physical play coming in early would have success. Well, look who it is. It's the Sea Fury, and they're already up 2-0.
Yeah, and Wonder almost gets a little tip there, and he actually gets a great pass, and Dumby putting out the backward. So I like the real physical play from Wonder. I was looking at Rekos to do it, but Wonder's surprising me.
Yeah, well, he might be surprising you, but this is going to be in front of the box, but nobody is pushed up right now for the Snowy Owls. This is going to be dangerous. You don't want Dumby on the ball, but Wonder actually going to get pushed off to the side by Beast Mod. Not much doing there as Dumby tries to follow this. It's a double commit. Might be a counterattack opportunity here, but Fluffy has to beat out Impala, and he's not able to. It's going to snuff out this attack for just a minute as he skies this one off the backboard. It's going to be saved out by Beast Mod once again, but possession still in the hands of the Sea Fury.
Yeah, and they've got a 2-goal lead, but actually both teams are even in shots. The difference is the Sea Fury have got 5 saves for 5 shots, so their defense has been solid, and they've been exploiting the opening. So they're looking really solid here in game 1, and again, the physical plays are so dangerous for the Owls.
They certainly are, as this one's actually going to push over to the other side. That physical play opening up a little bit as this is hit to the midfield. This is going to be the opportunity. It's a banger, and it's going to be an own goal. It's forced, but it doesn't matter. It's a great touch starting off from Beast Mod to put that one down in front of the net, and it's a 1-goal game.
And sometimes you just gotta shoot it at the mess of cars and they'll put it in their own net there. You saw all 3 players from the Sea Fury on the goal line, and no one could get behind it well enough. And so now you're within 1, you got 100 seconds to work with. This is doable.
My man just hit the quick math too, 100 seconds. He's not even talking about minutes. So much space given up in the midfield there, but it's a great challenge from Impaler, and he's able to get another one as well as Wonder puts a shot on net and be saved out by Fluffy. I think it was a bit wide to begin with, but he's actually going to pull this out. He's got 100 boost to work with. It's going to be up to Dumby here to make a decent touch, and it's going to take 2 to get the save away as it comes over to the side again. Beast Mod with a massive pinch. It's going to be up to Impaler to read this one. He does, and he skies it back towards the blue net as Kid Fluffy's going to deal with that one. Not enough sauce behind the shot. A minute left right now, Cicero. It is looking like a mighty close matchup.
This is a nail-biter. It's still even for shots. Sea Fury just leading saves, and if they can just hold on for 50 seconds or even get a 3rd goal here, I mean, I think that could decide the game.
I mean, it certainly could with the way it's looking currently. And Impaler coming out with a nice shot to the back post. It's going to be just off, barely wide. The Snow Owls live to see another day. We're going to see if they can get one here. It's a massive pinch. Beast Mod turning on this one, trying to get a quick shot. Is it in? It is! It's tied up 2-2. This is how we start out game 1, Cicero. I can't wait for 6 more.
This is going to be a long series if every game is as back as forth as this. And now we're basically in goal territory, Visionary. This kickoff could decide the game and who starts off the series on the right foot.
It could, or we could just watch 40 seconds of nothing as the Spanish kickoff comes out from Beastmod. It's going to be a huge pinch down the field. The Snowy Owls looking to take advantage of this momentum that they've gotten, but an answer demo right on back from Wonder. Going to open up some space in the midfield. Here's Impaler over to the side. Beastmod going to be able to clear it out off the sidewall. We're going to see if he can get a second touch. He can. It's a whifty over on the left side. Possession right now still for the Sea Fury, playing it slow, playing the time. 16 seconds remain as this is in the midfield. Fluffy chasing this one, not able to make initial contact. Gets challenged by Impaler. Everybody's pushed up, but Beastmod is going to be back in time to at least get this one away, as Dumpy's a bit awkward. This is an open net potential. It's sent down the field. It's going to be just wide. Is it going to drop it? It's not. They kept it up. And this might be disaster right now for the Sea Fury, but there's the clear. Beastmod's going to let it drop. We have overtime.
What a dangerous place to keep it up. That was so risky, but we go to overtime either way. And wow, a double kickoff. Both cars zooming by the ball, and Kid Fluffy wins that. And again, still evenly matched for shots. Both teams are just giving each other the best.
They certainly are, as Fluffy gets a nice save out right there. We're going to look at Rekos, get this one down through one, but it's going to be just alone in the midfield for Impaler to get that one up. Wonder going for the redirect. It's going to be cut up by Fluffy. It's a phenomenal pre-jump save right there, but it's a double commit. This is going to be dangerous. Skying off the backboard. It's going to be touched by a blue player. Wonder trying to stay on this, gets it past one, has a lot of boost to work with, but can't find it through Fluffy. Right now, the Sea Fury bearing down early. Can the Snowy Owls hang on?
I mean, Kid Fluffy's doing his best to hang on. He's got 4 saves this game. He's just playing the defense for the Snowy Owls, actually leading the counterattack here. What a pop-up.
Still up. Can Beastmod make contact? He cannot. It was an opportunity in front of the net, but Rekos is going to send this one wide, and the answer possibly from the Snowy Owls not going to come through. Overtime continues as the flood comes out from Dumby. Looking for demos. He's going to find one here. He said he was the most demoed player, or the second most demoed player. Fortunately here, he gets one of his own as Fluffy's going to make a great touch as well. 1:08 counting up on the clock. We are in overtime. The golden goal situation here as Fluffy fakes out one, steals the boost. He might have had a shot opportunity there, as the 50 is going to clear this to the opposite side of the pitch, and Rekos is waiting in the wings.
Wow, oh my god, Rekos up quickly, and what a passing play, but Beastmod not able to get just there. We're going back and forth between the corners, and I think the first team to get a breakthrough into the midfield will take the lead here and take the game. And actually just a shot from Beastmod. Oh, that was good placement, and a force 2 to jump up for it. He is real dangerous on the attack for the Owls.
Oh, this is going to be dangerous as well. Wonder trying to take a 50, gets it over to the left-hand side. We're going to see what Dumby can do with this. He can do absolutely nothing as Beastmod gets that. Impaler going to be up on this one, skying it back to the corner. We're going to see Wonder looking for that midfield pass, not going to find it, but Fluffy can't find anything, but it's going to leave it straight to Beastmod, who just takes a pot shot down the pitch. He had so much space. I would have liked to see a dribble there. It did not come out, but Fluffy going to clear this one once again, booming it downfield. Impaler making a nice touch. Not able to get a good second touch, however, but he does secure the bump as Beastmod tries to fly through here. It's just a midfield battle right now, Cicero, and it's all the only answer is who's going to be that first one to just make a mistake at this point, because the defenses are playing so well.
Exactly right, Visionary, and it's really all players right now are thinking, I could be the one to take this game and be the hero in overtime. And as the clock keeps ticking up, you know, the pressure keeps building and building and building, and eventually one player will crack it. Actually cracking the offense there. Oh my god, Wonder, good shot, but cleared just wide. They're pressuring so hard and so well, and it's gonna break. I feel like it's just gonna be a long shot from nowhere at this rate.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case, as Rekos just going to leave this one up. You see Dumby actually taking the space, but he misses the flick. Rekos just being a menace to society right now in the half. Beastmod has an opportunity to put a shot on. Going to be saved out. It's a double commit. If Rekos can get around this one early, he has an opportunity, but he actually hits it backwards. Fluffy has to bail off, but there's not enough boost right now in the tank for anyone that's not named Dumby for the Sea Fury. Rekos going for that redirect, can't find it, and Paler going to get credited with another save, and both teams right now, all combined, have 20 saves. As this one's up, it's going to be saved by Beastmod. Oh my, the save streak continues. We're 3:15 into overtime, and this is just game 1.
This is just game 1 of a best of 7 series. Where are we going all night at this rate? But okay, Wonder, good touch though. Oh, but Kid's up there quickly. And they don't double commit that time, that's good. So the Sea Fury, they've calmed down on defense, they're communicating, and now they got a good counterattack.
Well, that's going to be actually centered. It's going to be dangerous. They were looking for the touch. It's not going to be found as Dumby gets a massive dunk. Fluffy, can anybody get anything through this man right now? Counterattack opportunity right now. Can Rekos catch this? Gets a nice controlling touch. Going to flick it past one. No, Dumby's going to cut that one off. As Kid Fluffy's going to get bumped out of the way. It's going to be Beastmod alone versus Wonder on the 1v1. He goes low, but it's just wide. Once again, the woodwork doing the fourth defender, doing everything right now, keeping the Snowy Owls in it.
Yeah, if it's not Fluffy in the net, it's the goalpost. But hold on, now he's to make another save. That's good. Pushing it wide in the corner. Those are the kind of saves you want to make. You know, at this point, you really got to be careful about soft touches in front of your net. And with dangerous pitches like that, that's real bad for the Owls. But Beast Mod is there really well. And now Wonder. Oh, he's trying to go for a passing play. He's trying to get a dunk, actually. And it goes right to Kid Fluffy. Another passing play. Both teams are passing back and forth. This is an opening, actually. They have the dribble here. Rakos comes across to make the save. We're still going, Visionary.
Oh, the shot's high on the follow-up as well. Beastmod gonna clear that one out, but Dumby's gonna continue the pressure here right now for the Sea Fury as it comes in. Nobody's gonna find this one, but nobody's there. It's a bit of a team bump. It's gonna be cleared out. Big off a pinch off the own sidewall as this goes down the pitch. You're gonna see the Sea Fury trying to take advantage of this. It's gonna be over the top. Beastmod flying in, can't get the shot on net as Wonder's able to secure his own corner boost. That's gonna be huge for their counter-attack ability right now as this is lingering in the midfield. Not a lot of boost. Wonder's gonna beat him out. The net's open. The Sea Fury take game one with only 3 seconds left before we play 2 games of Rocket League.
Did I say it? Did I call Visionary? I said a long shot from nowhere would be in and Wonder Rooney right in about 5 minutes of overtime. And I'm gonna keep a track. We had 29 shots in game 1, Visionary. This was a brutal back and forth, but you know, the team that comes out on top, they gotta have such a good feeling. They have so much momentum now.
I mean, that's a backbreaker, and I don't want to, like, obviously, we're rivals players. We're nowhere near RLCS, right? But the one thing that this reminds me of is that 0-second goal that happened to G2 in season 7 of RLCS when they were up against Vitality with Scrub, and he puts in the 0-second goal, and then they lose in overtime and they just collapse. Like, you have to find a way to regain after that loss. It is so difficult. Guys, don't even look at the stats. They're all nuts. Just look at the save line. All right. We literally have 17 saves coming up for the Snowy Owls, and you have, my quick math, 15 saves for the Sea Fury. Shots all over the place. There is no doubt about that at all. This was a magnificent matchup, and what a way to start. We still have another whole tier to go through, and we just had a 10-minute game 1.
Yeah, and you know, again, at the end, both teams were evenly matched for shot. I said 29, I was wrong. It was actually 30 shots, so that means they're averaging 3 shots per minute. That was such an, like, just back and forth game. We really spent no time in the midfield, it felt like.
No, and I guess that's the way these 2 teams came, because I saw the stats at the beginning, right? We saw the team stats. It was a ton of shots and a ton of saves. And typically, whenever teams play those styles, it means they're either trying to flip the possession quickly, flip the field quickly, and get those counterattacks, or it's sustained possession. So you have a ton of saves on one end, a ton of shots on the other. And it seems to be continuing that way as the shot actually comes on net. Rekko's going to get an early save here, so we continue the save streak as it's 0-0. A bit of an awkward pinch right there. Dumby's going to answer back with a pinch of his own. We're only 15 seconds in right now, but Impaler getting a massive dunk is going to be out to Beastmod. He's not going to get there in time. It's Dumby to put it in. 1-0 in favor of the Sea Fury with only 16 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, exactly right. In the opening 16 seconds, they had 2 shots, so the Snowy Owls just could not get a controlled clear. They couldn't get a passing play. They couldn't get a solo play. They couldn't get anything out of their own end, and now, right away, they're on the back foot, so really kicking them on their tail, I want to say, after that game went overtime, but they got plenty of time to regain. They've got 4.5 minutes to work with, so they can battle back. They just got to stay calm and stay aggressive.
And if they can stay calm and stay aggressive, I don't think they'll have a problem with that, with how many shots we saw coming out in that overtime, Cicero. I don't think we're going to have an issue with it at all, as this is over on the side. Beastmod getting a good dunk here, and that's going to be open. Wonder getting back in time. Great wave dash recovery as well. And something else just to note, you know, as somebody who plays in Elite and's been stuck there for 17 seasons, it feels like at this point, seeing these younger kids incorporating all of those mechanics into the gameplay, like we're seeing wave dash recoveries in Rival, we're seeing all of this stuff, just speaks to the growth of the league and the growth of the Rocket League as a whole. Of course, coming off of LAN right now, the hype for Rocket League is massive, as you see Impaler coming out for that bump play, gonna get Rekos off of the ball, but nobody there to follow up. And it's just huge for me to see how much this game is improving still, and how the skill ceiling is basically non-existent.
I mean, if I could be the old man here, I played in 2015. Back in the day, you know, the top people, only the pros knew how to aerial. Only the pros could backward double touch. And now you got people who go for double touches in Veteran Rival, as you said, Visionary. So the skill floor has just risen so high in the skill ceiling as well. It's incredible to see how much the game has grown in 7 years. And, you know, I kind of just want to bring it back to the stats category, because I got a fun one for you, Visionary. Sea Fury is actually second in the league for shots, and Beastmod is third in the league for shots. So, I'm not surprised, right? They are matching their stats. They are high shooters on both teams.
Yeah, and that's just what we've seen so far, even though this one's been a bit stifling right now. Only those 2 initial shots for the Sea Fury. The Snowy Owls have 0 on target right now as Wonder gets a nice one. Here's a good shot opportunity for Impaler. He's going to put it right in the back of the net. It's 2-0 right now in favor of the Sea Fury. It's a great 50 by Wonder to get that high. And I mean, the Dominus is literally 95 feet long. I'm sorry, you're not beating him to that ball. It's just not going to happen.
And I mean, Impaler actually only had 17 boosts to work with there, so he did a great job of keeping his speed and reading the ball and using that ground speed that he had to get to the ball quickly, because, I mean, with 17 boosts, you could, like, barely clear the top of the net, so a great job from Impaler, and once again, reinforcing those mechanics we were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, boost control is definitely one of those mechanics as well that's not really talked about, but it is vitally important to be able to keep sustained pressure and as well keep that momentum in Rocket League. And momentum is so important as you get higher and higher in the tiers, as Impaler tries to get one on here. Gonna be just wide, but we have 2 occupying the front post right now for the Snowy Owls. And if they want to get back in this game, A, they're gonna have to start clearing the ball a little bit harder out of their own half. And B, they're gonna have to clean up the rotation a bit, because just from what I'm seeing right now, every single time the ball's in front of the net, where's the team, bro? Where's the team?
Yeah, the cardinal sin of attacking. Your second man rotates out because he doesn't think you're going to get the demo. I mean, I've been in that position so many times, but I mean, to their credit, Visionary, they came back from a 2-0 deficit in game 1, so this is doable, but I mean, just as you mentioned, the lack of shots, the Owls have not gotten a single shot in this entire game.
Ooh, and that pre-flip right there coming out from Wonder, keeping this as stalemate in the midfield. Is this a shot over towards Wonder? The redirect! Is this rival? I can't tell!
Wonder up so quickly. Look at that diagonal flip to the 100. Gets up there and just beats Reckless. He was not ready for that. And great awareness from Dumby too, seeing the man in the attacking position and passing it to him.
All I gotta say is, if this continues this road right now, of course, with already the 1-0 lead for the Sea Fury and looking like they have game 2 pretty handily, you're gonna see that one on the intro video next season. I'm just letting you know right now. That's gonna definitely be an intro video goal, as Impaler does a great job here of getting a 50 in front of the net. Fluffy almost own goals that one, gets a little bit lucky there as he finds the touch to finally get a clear here, but 2 already back for the Sea Fury. They're just doing such a magnificent job as we see the bumps start coming out. Snowy Owls trying to get something going. They're not going to find anything on this drive here as it's cleared out all the way once again. And I mean, Cicero, I don't think it's too early to start asking this, because they have to find goals and quick, and we can almost call this game chalked with the way it's looked right now, with them still having 0 on the clock. What do they have to do to regain in game number 3? Because I'm almost willing to call this one over.
Well, I mean, I always say this at every broadcast. The first thing to attacking well is solid defense, getting strong clears, looking for your teammates, and not just like soft punting out there and trying to get your car in front of the ball, because, keeping it out is one thing, but if you can not string an attack together well, then you're just not going to be able to find the back of the net. And another thing, right, is if you just keep dumping the ball out, your second man usually needs time to get boost. So I want to see the Snowy Owls get some better touches on defense so they can transition better.
That's something that we've definitely harped on with some of the high school Rocket League that I've casted, is like finding your teammates when you're in low boost scenarios to get clears is so massive, and people don't really realize that. And so you can get that extra pace on the ball, be able to clear it out when your whole team's on 0, just if you hit a quick pass, as Dumby is going to cut off this shot. Beastmon has an opportunity, but he's going to send this one wide, so we kind of reset. Recos, they're in the wings waiting for this one. It's going to be cleared all the way to the back corner, and we can go ahead and call this one wraps. And unfortunately, the Snowy Owls only going to get 2 shots on the board. Now, mind you, the Sea Fury have 4, but they scored 3 of them.
And yeah, I mean, it really just, the Sea Fury, they had that like opening burst of momentum, right? They scored like 2 relatively quick ones. The third one was basically just, extra cushion. And the Snowy Owls, it took them 4 minutes, I think, to get their first shot. So definitely kind of, this Fury carried over that momentum I was talking about, and now it's on the Owls. I really want to see them take this full minute to kind of settle themselves, figure out what they're doing, talk about what they need to improve on, because at this point, the Sea Fury, they're just looking to run away with the series.
My thing for the Snowy Owls right now, and I mentioned it earlier, but if you're down, you're chasing 2 goals, like, you have to send that second man. I don't care if you don't have boost. I don't care what's going on. That ball was literally sitting in front of the net with nobody near it for about, it felt like an eternity, but it was honestly only probably about 15 seconds. But like, where's the second man on those opportunities? You have to trust your teammates at some point. You have to trust your third man to be able to hold it down and buy you time on the rotation back. Because if you don't push up that second, you're not going to score against the Sea Fury team.
And I mean, when you're talking about these series and making, it's really the team that can make the most changes and the most efficiently. And so, now that we're on game three of a best of seven series, really the Owls, they cannot afford to sacrifice any more games, right? If they go down one more, now they have to reverse sweep the Sea Fury, which that is a brutal task to handle. And I think of the Sea Fury, if they can just keep being aggressive and keep the Snowy Owls pushed down, then really they got no chance. So the Owls really have to battle back this game and just try something different. I want to see them just throw it at something at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, and I mean, at some point you have to, right? You have to make adjustments. You can't just keep playing the same game that's got you down 0-2. As Beastbot looking to get one of his own here. It's actually going to be dangerously touched down. Kid Fluffy up on this one, but the shot's going to be wide, and it's also a double commit. That's not the way you want to start this out. You have the opportunity. It goes by the wayside as Beastbot going to take a controlling touch. So we're going to see if they slow down the play a little bit of a miss. I guess a missed input there, we'll call it. If you play fighting games, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is sent over to the left side by Fluffy. Gets a decent clear, gets a beautiful dunk as well. But Beastmon a little bit too far to possibly take advantage of this. Shoots it far post. It's going to be just off target. And these are just the things that the Snowy Owls need to find so they can start building some momentum for themselves.
And I really want to see them be more aggressive. See, one player goes up for the ball, and then the other two players just fall back, and they create these gaps that the Fury can just attack right through. And actually, Wonder might have an opening there. Oh, just wide. But just the defensive openings created by the Owls when they deep rotate back, the Fury just doing a good job of punishing that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not RLCS Season 4 anymore, right? You can't play the method style of just having a lot do whatever he wants to do up front and have Magnus and Metza behind you. As Dumby's going to make a magnificent clear off the backboard there. Beastmon's going to cut this one off, but Wonder in perfect position to take advantage of this and at least slow it down enough for his team to get into rotation on defense. But Rekko's looking to take advantage of it, getting bumped off, just mollywopped by Dumby. And it's a bit of I think a team bump there as Rekko's is able to pick that one up. It's discombobulation. It's craziness right now, but we're still notched up at 0 with 1 minute and 30 seconds down. This one's going to be just wide as well.
That would have been a cool doink to open up the scoring. That would have been just a sweet way to get the Fury scoring because they've been going kind of dangerous redirects this whole series, and we saw that great one in game 2, that passing play, right? So we know that they can hit these weird angles, and oh my god, you're jumping the ball in front of the net. Rekko's, oh, I really thought he was about to own goal there. That'll bounce just high. You have to be so careful on the goal line when a ball is bouncing down like that.
Well, we're going to watch Wonder here clear this one out. Is he using directional air roll? That's something I can't even do. I love seeing these rival players. They're so goated at their respective tiers. Is Dumby going to get this one off to the side? Wonder with a great cutoff of rotation. Going to get that ball back into the corner, and Paler looking for a touch through. Can't find it. And this might be the counterattack opportunity that the Snowy Owls have needed. And as my friend Trippin says, that is free real estate right there for the Snowy Owls. They take their first lead of the series.
Where was the third man? I couldn't catch it in time of the replay. I think he pre-jumped trying to read the ball and just full set the rotation. Not sure what happened there, but if you're the Sub-Zero fan, if you're a Snowy Owls fan, you're happy with that. But oh my god, right on the kickoff. You have to be so careful with your kickoffs because those get punished so quickly, and that's how you throw a lead away.
I mean, I'm watching this, Sarah, right? And I'm watching it go through, and I mean, the Snowy Owls are literally cheating up harder than I've seen any cheat up, like pro play, non-pro play, whatever. They're sitting the second man literally on the ball, just like on it, snipping it, seeing what they can get out of it as Wonder can't make contact there. And I wonder if they're going to have to pay for that soon because we've seen a couple demos come off of it and some early pressure, but they haven't been able to score off that kickoff. I'd like them to see them play a little bit safer, especially having that 1-goal lead that they haven't had the entire series.
Exactly right, Visionary. Like you're talking about them, just trying to shake things up and see what works. And that's the kind of kickoff you go for when you're losing, not when you're winning the game. So they definitely got to play a bit more careful when they've got their first lead this series.
Yeah, and this one's going to be skied down in the midfield once again. I really like what I'm seeing from the Snowy Owls, though. They have a bit more of that two-man rotation in front and one behind. They've done a very good job controlling the midfield so far in this game. Even though the shot totals have been the same, the possession has heavily been in favor of the Snowy Owls. If they can continue that, I really feel like that's going to be great. As Wonder has a great pre-jump right here. Going to be shot back down through the midfield. Dumby's the last one back, and he has to make a touch. He's able to at least get it to the side as Rekko's going to have to lead this one. Wonder over to the corner, looking for some offense. Not going to be able to find the first one. Beastbot's going to beat one out. This might be another open net situation. It is, but there's not enough sauce on the shot, and Paler's going to get back in time. It's a save right now for the Sea Fury. They're staying in it. They want to keep it at 1.
Yeah, Beastbot did such a great job of driving across the whole field there. You saw after the challenge, he even saved his reset for a wave dash. So a great attack, just could not get around it. The ball got a little away from him, and Oh, wait, good shot though, and with the physical play. Oh boy, Dumpy. So he didn't get any demos, he didn't get any bumps, but he still sowed chaos in the defense.
If you actually watch this, he actually gets bumped by Kid Fluffy into the ball who's trying to make the save. So he just got that because he was there being a nuisance. That wasn't even, he wasn't even attempting to get that goal. It was just there. He's like, I'm just gonna sit out in front of the net. This shot's on, let's see what happens. And it works out for them beautifully as Fluffy actually might have an opportunity here to get a center. He's gonna get it over the top of one. Are they gonna be there in time? No, the Snowy Owls cannot get it, and Beastmod gonna take some possession in the midfield once again with a lot of boost to work with. Uses his flip, doesn't get the controlling touch that he's looking for. His Wonder's gonna be here right now. Flicks it over one. Rekos has to play it back over to his corner. This might be dangerous as he burns a lot of his boost just searching for more boost, as this is going to be down. Beastmod's not going to be able to make contact. Fluffy on the pass to Beastmod. It's a rocket. It's going to be back to the midfield right now with somebody up. There it is for Rekos. He's going to come in, nail it down. Snowy Owls up 2-1. They're able to fight through the adversity with some brilliant passing in the midfield.
And Rekos, that is perfect third man positioning. He was with speed in the midfield, and as soon as he sees that ball coming off speed from the corner, he immediately jumps and shoots it there. So that is the kind of play you need to make. And now let's see if they make the adjustments on kickoff. They do. They don't get scored on just yet, but that's a dangerous passing play in front of Poe with the shot. Oh, but Kid Fluffy, the backflip save. That was clutch to keep them in the lead.
Another one? Hey, this Kid Fluffy's literally DJ Khaled right now. He's just like, another one. Another one. Don't worry about it. I got this. We're going to be just fine on defense as Rekos murders one at the net. Fortunately, Wonder's going to be there. It's going to be a nice beat, but this is going to be right into Beastmod's hands, who's just going to play time. No, he doesn't hit it high enough. Dummy's going to get it clear off the sidewall. This might be an opportunity here. Rekos can't make contact, but the ball drops. The Snowy Owls finally regain after that game one heartbreak. They reset. They're able to take game number 3 and keep themselves off of match point for now. Those adjustments that you were talking about were huge, but you're going to look at the scoreline right now, and the story of the match for me is Fluffy with the Savior medal. No shots to speak of, but Rekos and Beastmod were able to push up far enough, and they trusted Fluffy, and it paid off.
Yeah, a great job from all members of the Snowy Owls. They really contributed everywhere. I mean, you know, not evenly, as you said. Fluffy racking up the saves, Rekos and Beastmod racking up the attacks and the shots, and they just did a good job adjusting. They really felt like they took that minute, they discussed what they need to change, and they applied, and that's what you want to see. And so now, script change, right? Well, if I feel like if they need to keep adapting, or else I think the Sea Fury are going to change quicker, right? That's what you expect from the first seed, so I want to see them keep being aggressive, use this momentum right away. If, like, just take it right to the Fury off kickoff. Don't start on the back foot. Be aggressive, be fast, and do that kickoff we were talking about, Visionary.
Be speedy. Be speedy is the words that Cicero has given these Snow Owls to push forward as it's up right now. Wonder's going to get a nice touch, but Beastmod is going to have an answer immediately to start us off in game number 4 as Dumby is going to clear this one hard, but Rekko's going to be there for that one to keep it in the midfield for now. Wonder putting one towards the net, looking for a dunk, not going to find it, but Fluffy has to play it over to the side. This is going to be extremely dangerous, but the shot just wide starting us out. We're only 20 seconds in. Looks like the Sea Fury are starting to speed up just a little bit as it's a team bump. Rekko's can't do anything about that, but who else but Fluffy going to keep it out of the net for now, and Beastmod going to get the clear.
Oh my god, that was some scrambly defense, but, you know, they get the clear. That's what matters most. And oh, what a good shot from Rekos. That makes an awkward save out of Wonder. And oh, that's actually a good bounce, but no one from the Snowy Owls was expecting that. They all rotated back, and now the Sea Fury get a chance to counterattack.
And the counterattack is not going to be found there as Dumby is going to keep the pressure into the blue half. Beastmod clearing this out, looking for Rekos, not going to find him. Wonder getting bumped off of the ball. Fluffy just taking his time, allowing his teammates to get back into time, even though he loses that 50. Look at the rotation, one front post, one back post, and it's going to be the back post. Rekos making the save as Fluffy almost gets it through the pre-jump of Wonder as Dumby going to play this one slow. Going to fake out one, take the 50 with the second. It's going to be switched fields right now as Rekos challenges Impaler, and it's kind of a dead even 50 back to the corner once again that Beastmod can scoop up. And I'm looking at it right now, and both these teams have made those adjustments. Right now, Sea Fury in the lead with shots for 3, but it doesn't matter when you're shooting us like that. Fluffy gonna get his first goal of the series. He's been on the back foot the whole time. He pushes up and finds one.
Yeah, and Dumby caught he's doing circles in net there for some reason. I don't know if he thought the demo was coming, but just he's sitting in the back of the net. You need to be aggressive there. Like, the best way, in my opinion, the best way to dodge a demo is to charge out of the net and make the save. So you have to be more aggressive and not just sit in your net like that. And so now, once again, the Fury are on the back foot and the Owls have the pressure. And I just want to comment real quick on this Visionary. Rekos gets a great shot. Oh, but it goes off the goalpost. Wonder has gone 2 full send pre-jumps. I really want to see him eye those out and not go for those and just stick with the solid positioning and solid challenges like this. Wonder, that's what I'm talking about. You don't need to pre-jump when you just rotate properly and get good shots.
And then he throws the chain dash on the ceiling afterwards. I don't know if I'd call it BM. It's not like teabagging in Halo or anything, but you see this and you're like, okay, yeah, these rival kids got mechanics. It is what it is. It's a beautiful shot, of course. Bar down, gonna tie us up. But we've already seen this storyline play out, right? Snowy Owls take a lead. Sea Fury fights back. Snowy Owls take game number 3 as Dumby gets a clear out here. Rekko's just kind of NASCARing right now, looking for all the boosts under the sun, and Beastmod's not gonna get the best first touch, but it's gonna be no touch. He's looking for bumps. Rekko's gonna find it through 2, but can't find it through the 3rd as is pushed down the opposite end of the field. Rekko's getting a nice backside demo to open up that space, but it's gonna be boomed by Fluffy instead of allowing them to really take possession, and Fluffy's gonna be up on that, but Beastmod is as well. The double commit's gonna allow possession to go over to the Sea Fury.
Yeah, and a good pinch out, but I think Beastmod's gonna cut there. Yep, good job cutting. See if we can get a second. Wonder actually misses, and there's a demo net. Beastmod's gonna open that to work with a Dumby. The diving save! Oh my god, he's as wide as an elephant. What a great save out of Dumby to keep us even.
And we're even. We're going to stay there as long as we can as Rekko's having to flip back for boost. Beastmod flying in on this one. Gets challenged by 2. If you're not doubling, you're not trying is what I like to say sometimes. This Dumby causes the whifty right there. And he gets the demo on the front side. He's still chasing more bodies, but he's not able to find the second one. Dumby getting a 3rd demo, but Wonder has to get a touch here. It's going to be a bit awkward. It's going to be Beastmod runs out of boost, so he can't get it on target. But the boost steal right now by Fluffy in the corner might open them up some spaces. This is played in the midfield straight to Impaler, who's going to get a little lofting flick over one, and Beastmod going to send it down the other side.
Yeah, this is really nail-based. Still even 2 minutes left to go. It's not, next goal wins territory, but definitely momentum-based because we've been seeing solid defense and just absolute diving heroics out of both teams. So, the next goal will be huge for momentum, and I really think, once you got that 1 goal lead, you can just park the bus. That's all you got to do.
I don't know if you can park the bus against these teams with how aggressive they have been, as Wonder gets a nice flick towards the back post. Beastmod's going to clear it out, but it's going to be Cinder. Dumby has a touch, but it's going to be off wide, and Rekko's is going to scoop that one up. We're going to see Wonder up on this ball right now, trying to show off the mechanics. It's a massive dunk, but it's just off target, and Fluffy is going to be there, but he's going to clear it to the center again. Here's Impaler with a near post shot. It's going to be wide. Rekko's gets a touch on it. Here's Dumby with the attack once again. Beastmod's a bit awkward, but they know it's high. Fluffy takes the 50 and sends it down the other way, and it's going to be a little bit of breathing room right now for the Snowy Owls, as Rekko's actually going to get the shot. I thought it was just going to be a breather. They streak downfield, they grab pads instead of fighting for big boost, and they're able to get the goal, and that's huge, Cicero. 2-1 once again for the Snowy Owls, looking to tie up the series.
Dude, that is massive. They held on defense for 30 seconds. For 30 seconds, the Sea Fury were just beating it off their backboard, and then the first chance they get to attack, they score. That is one hell of a counterattack, but Wonder out of a kickoff, and beat Rekko's great save. 1 minute left to go. Those Owls have their lead. They need this win if they want to tie the series and don't want to go into match point.
Yep, and Kid Fluffy again on the backside. Here's Wonder with a shot, looking for the bar down again. Not going to find it. It is not kind to him. And try 2.0, and Rekko's going to take a beautiful 50. Get this one up, gets a touch. It's going to be right into Dumby's arms as the pinch going to shoot down the other side. There's 40 seconds left, so you're not panicking completely yet if you're the Sea Fury, especially when you're getting 50-50s like that. But it looks like Rekko's is going to be the first one to this ball by a country mile, and he is. They are starving the clock out. They're trying to buy themselves some time, but this is going to be dangerous. Beastmod alone in the back. He gets bumped off of it. It's still in the mid, and it's gonna go off the post. The opportunity for the Sea Fury goes awry. Rekko's just has to take low 50s and kill time, but it's a pitch the other way. Is this one in? It is! It is! The Sea Fury tie it up with 14 to go. Are you kidding me?
What just happened? What was that? He goes end to end. He pre-jumps, no goal, 2 players down across, but then the cross map pitch. Visionary. What is happening?
I can't tell you what's happening because there's one rule. There's 2 rules that I have in Rocket League, of course, beyond the other 2 rules. One is don't bat. Oh my God, they pitched it in.
What?
Guys, I wish we had caster cams right now so you could see the dumbstruck look on my face. And Paler and Dumby combining for an 83-mile-an-hour cross-court pinch, and they have just snatched victory out of the jaws of defeat, and it is something just amazing to see. There's the close sheet actually paying off, though. They have the opportunity. Big demo coming up, but Fluffy plays it over to the side. The Sea Fury literally steal a game here, Cicero. I'm still in disbelief as to what happened. They go to match point.
They can't keep getting away with it. Okay, 1 crossfield pinch. Okay, that's okay. You tie things up. It's still a close game. But a second one, 8 seconds later, This Sea Fury, that is that is the just most magic trick goal win I've ever seen. Just two pinches in 10 seconds there. That is not only crucial for the Sea Fury to get the win, that is so heartbreaking for the Owls because that's one of those games where you're just like you did everything right, but then the physics, the gods of Rock League were just not on your side.
I'm surprised you're still talking right now, Cicero, because I'm literally speechless. Like I got nothing to say here. Like, of course there were opportunities that they had that were just wide. It looked like they had basically thrown the game with the one shot that hit off the post, and then the shot from or I think it was Wonder that came in that was off the crossbar and down, and he didn't get the bounce that he did earlier in the game to tie it up. And I was like, oh, this game is chalked. It's done.
Yeah.
17 seconds left. They're dribbling it down the other way. They have to find some way to make it happen. One bad challenge from the side, and then just a massive pinch goal out of nowhere gives the Sea Fury the win. And I guess that's the reason why they are
I
the number
mean,
one seed. That's all I can say. That's crazy.
yeah, you were talking about our cameras being on. My hands have been on my head for that entire last minute because I was just like, "What is happening this game?" And that's exactly right. I mean, when you're the first seed, you expect this out of the Sea Fury. I want to say Turb B86 and Chad metal birds greater than real birds. That is definitely the case here. And wait, Dumby has a car switch. He's in the battle bus.
They're just memeing it up now. They know they got lucky with the last game, so like, yeah, let's just continue the luck. Battle Bus OP, we all know it. Anybody who uses the Merc Kickbox knows that you're too thick to be reckoned with, so I think that's what he's going with right now. It's a good 50, a little bit of a double demo on both sides. Dumby's gonna pick this one up, but he actually bumps Wonder on the respawn. They are discombobulated. The shot coming in, maybe a pass to Beast Mod, but Impaler gonna find a way to get back, and Dumby looks like he's moving 4 miles an hour in that Battle Bus. It's still funny to see to me.
Right off a drop there, he bumped his own teammate, which is kind of funny to see. But they hold on, and Paler does dive across and get the save. And that's actually what kept the Owl, or that's what kept the Sea Fury within one. I think was just those diving heroics across the net. We saw Dummy game 4, we saw Paler now in game 5 or game 6. Sorry. The Sea Fury, they're on match point 3-1. They've got a lot of games to work with, and I mean that's where you can bring out the battle bus.
That is when you can bring out the battle buses. This is going to be a shot on net. Rekko is coming back. Here's Dumby with a rocket. It's going to be saved out by Beast Mod. So good job right here, just withstanding the onslaught of the Sea Fury. 3 shots, 3 saves coming in from the Snowy Owls, doing a good job of getting those off target as Rekko's shot goes a little bit wide here. He's chasing bumps. He gets one of them. Beast Mod taking control here. Beats out another. It's a 2v1 situation. The flick, it's wide open, and Flurry is going to secure, or Fluffy, excuse me, is going to secure that one. You definitely love to see it. Beast Mod here just taking his time, saucing up the defense, gets the flick, and it doesn't get much easier than that.
I love how Fluffy is going like 1 meter per second, just like slowly driving up, seeing if his teammate gets the beat, and he does. He's in position perfectly. That's what you wanted to see from the House in game 1 and 2, that aggressive second man positioning. And oh my god, again, they do that double, they do that hard cheat on kickoff, and they almost get punished for it. But they've got to lead again. Now they got to hold it, but we've seen this script before, Visionary. The Sea Fury just tie it up right away.
And we'll see if they can here. The pressure is good. The midfield boost control is good for them right now, as well as Rekos gets a glancing blow on the ball. Definitely not the power he was looking for, as Impaler just skies this one. Beastmon is able to cut it off. We're going to see Dumby challenging in the battle bus. Gets one to the midfield. Wonder just going to take another 50-50. It's going to be just dead even in the midfield. And the 95 foot of the car of the Dominus wins that one. But Fluffy has the pass over to Rekos, who's a bit awkward. He's not able to make contact here. This should be possession right now for the Sea Fury. Wonder going for the solo play. Going to be ego challenge immediately by Beast Mod. They're not going to give him those opportunities because he scored 2 last game. And it was kind of the backbreakers. Dumby has a nice little dribble here, gonna beat out 2 in that battle bus. It looks so awkward watching it dribble, and Paler not getting the best touch. And he's able to find a clear is Rekos. This one's gonna be played down the other side. 2:33 remaining, Cicero, and it's looking much closer than the game before as Wonder gets a flip reset. Are you kidding me, buddy?
Okay, I mean, it doesn't go anywhere with the flip reset, but hey, you got those. That's kind of cool. You just gotta actually wait a little second to get close to the ball, and actually Impaler right off. Oh, he just reached that misread in the corner by Rakos there. Great aggressive positioning by Impaler to tie things right up. And Visionary, I said this would happen. The script is repeating itself.
I mean, it's a magnificent near post shot, though, to use the opposite flip, because you're expecting Impaler to come in, flip into that to the right, get the power on it, and send it to the middle of the net. But no, he flips to the left, chooses placement over power, and it works every time. And I have to comment as Wonder gets this one centered, but unfortunately nobody is there. I mean, we all know this, right? It's another contractual obligation of playing this game we call Rocket League. If you get a flip reset, you have to use it.
Of course, yeah, you have to use it. Either hit the ball, hit the, get a flip or wave dash, or hit your teammate. And actually, speaking of hitting 50s, Dumby, that was a good one in that dummy thick battle bus, but not able to find the back of that quite yet. But Paler's there again. What is this positioning from Paler? He is so aggressive on the attack, and he reads any single mistouch the Owls throw his way.
All I gotta say is Impaler is living by the code of Turbo Pulsa, and that code is placement over power every single time. He could have shot that towards the middle, gotten the meat of his car on it, and send it fast. No, he sends it slow, but places it behind the defender. It works out beautifully, and they're already on the attack again because of that super aggressive cheat kickoff. And I understand you're chasing a goal now, so it's more like you to use it during this time, of course. But still, it doesn't seem like it's working out for them at all, as Impaler's going to clear this one out to the right side. The Dumby is going to get that redirect. Rekos is going to land on this one. Impaler a bit awkward, going to backpack it over to Wonder. And I just want to see them just try a different kickoff strat. Try something. If you're going to cheat up that hard, go for the fake, go for the full Spanish, and send the first person for the demo.
I'm always a fan of, on kickoffs, losing it to your back teammates so they can pop it up for an air dribble. I just want to talk about Wonder. He is chasing flip resets this game. I mean, even though it's 2-1 and it's been a close series, the Seafarer just feels so confident. And a misplay off the backward, and Paler has a hat trick off of just a slow high shot.
And it's just one of those things. It's awkward, right? Especially for Rekos, who has Beast Mod already up. He's sitting there, he's waiting on the ball to come down, and unfortunately for him, it just doesn't work out. Beast Mod isn't able to make the touch, and by that point, ball cam is spinning 720 degrees. Like, he's lost in the sauce. There's just no shot you're going to make that read when it's over the top of you like that. Beast Mod has the chance to make a read here, but it does not happen. Is Fluffy going to get a nice 50, tries to recover here, uses the length of that breakout to try to get it through. Unfortunately, not going to get much, as Wonder looking for a crazy redirect right there. Rekko is going to cut this one off. 47 seconds remain. It's 3-1. I don't want to say congratulations just yet, but a double kick like that might open it up, but it's a team bump. This is going to be an opportunity finally for the Snowy Owls to get back in it, but they need one quick.
Yeah, and I mean the Seafarer, right? They were first overall in the regular season. They're looking to win the grand finals. They're going to have the perfect season, and they just got to hold on for 25 seconds. And actually, if they can blow the lead open there, okay, still within 2. This is doable for the Snowy Owls, but they really need to find one quickly. There's just no one punishing any mistakes, and they keep rotating back. No one's going for a dummy. Just beats 2 players in the midfield. 12 seconds to go, Visionary, and another mistouch. This has to be the Seafury's game.
8. So, I mean, we've seen crazier, right? But not when somebody else has possession of the ball. It's skied down in front, and Paler's not going to make contact. It's a bit of a bump in the net. It's going to drop. The Sea Fury are your rivals. Season 13 finals champions. You love to see it. Congratulations to the Sea Fury for coming through and catching the dub. And it's all about Impaler in that last game. He came out. He was clutch. 3 goals on 6 shots, shooting 50%. Only off of 2 assists. So we had a solo play as well as the one that hit the ceiling and kind of gracefully just dropped in. It was very beautiful. Well played to the Snowy Owls, but ever since game 1, it was going to be very hard to regain after that 10-minute game, and they just weren't able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 5-game series, but it felt like 6 with that crazy overtime in game 1. And like, this is one of those series where there's just, you can see these individual heartbreaking moments that could have turned the series a complete different direction, right? Game 1, that 5-minute loss because of a double commit in the midfield. Game 4, that last second loss because of just a cross map pinch. So heartbreaking for the Sub-Zero fans and the Snowy Owls, but I mean the Seafarer, they gotta be happy, right? They got first in the regular season. Visionary, you're talking about that first place curse, but they proved the curse wrong today. They got the dub when they